I used to spend 2 hours a day doing repetitive work that I honestly hated. Now, an AI assistant does it while I'm asleep. Let me show you what that actually looks like. Quick reality check before we start. This will handle boring tasks you'd rather not do. Emails, research, drafting content, organizing your inbox. This won't require you to learn coding or spend hours configuring settings. And no, this isn't about making money online. This is about getting your weekends back. Here's what we're covering. 1. What this assistant actually does in real daily work. 2. How to set it up in under 15 minutes. Just copy and paste. 3. How to make it run 24/7 so it works while you don't. By the end, you'll have something handling tasks you used to dread. Let's go. This is Clawdbot, recently renamed Moltbot. Same tool. Think of it as an assistant that lives on a computer and does repetitive work you'd normally do manually. Here's what makes it different. It doesn't just answer questions, it does things. Say you need to find 50 local businesses for outreach. Normally, you'd open Google Maps, search manually, copy names, emails, phone numbers, paste into a spreadsheet. Repeat 50 times. With this, you tell it once. Find 50 coffee shops in Austin with contact info. You go make lunch, you come back, the list is done. No tabs, no copy pasting, just results. Let's say you need to send personalized emails to those 50 businesses. Normally, research each one. Write a custom intro. Remember to follow up in 3 days. Now, you give it the list and a template. It researches each business, personalizes the email, sends it, and tracks replies. You just check your inbox for responses. Everything else runs quietly in the background. This is where people usually ask, wait, does it sound robotic? No, because it pulls real details. Menu items, recent posts, awards, and weaves them in naturally. It's not blasting generic templates. If you write newsletters, blog posts, or social content, you know the hardest part isn't writing, it's starting. Here's what I do now. I text it. Draft a newsletter about AI tools for small businesses. It researches recent trends, pulls examples, writes a first draft, and drops it in my Notion. I review it over coffee, tweak the tone, hit send. I'm not outsourcing creativity, I'm outsourcing the annoying research and structure part. That alone saves 30 minutes per post. If you're trying to stay consistent on Twitter or LinkedIn, you know the pressure of, I need to post something today. Now I batch it. Once a week, I tell it, create 7 posts about productivity and AI. It finds trending topics, writes captions, suggests posting times, and queues them up. I review, approve, forget about it for a week. This replaces 4 browser tabs and daily decision fatigue. This is where it gets really useful, sorting your inbox by priority, scheduling meetings based on your availability, researching restaurants and booking reservations, tracking tasks and reminding you before deadlines. It's like having an assistant who never forgets, never sleeps, and doesn't need coffee breaks. The key here, you stay in control, you review, you approve, but you're not doing the tedious legwork anymore. So how does this actually work? This is what I'm using here. Clawdbot, now called Moltbot. I'm running it on a Hostinger VPS, which is just a simple virtual server. Why not run it on my laptop? Because I want it working 24/7, even when my computer's off, and I don't want it accessing my personal files if something goes wrong. A VPS keeps it separate, stable, and always running. That's it, no technical magic. Here's the setup. Total beginner friendly. Just copy and paste. What you need: a VPS running Ubuntu. I'm using Hostinger's KVM2 plan. It's $5 to $10 a month. Your VPS IP address, your VPS password. Mac has terminal, Windows has PowerShell. Let's get started. Step 1. Connect to your VPS. Open your terminal and type this command on the screen. Replace your server IP address with your actual IP, something like this. You can find the whole guide in the description. Paste your password when asked. You won't see it typing, that's normal. Hit enter. If you see root at, and then your server name, you're in. Step 2. Create a safe user. We don't want to run everything as root. We'll create a user called Claude. So type in add user Claude. Choose your password. Press enter to skip the extra questions. This is going to be a different password from your Hostinger account. Now give it admin permissions by typing this. Switch to that user by typing su-claude. To check if this works, type in whoami command. It should say Claude. Perfect, everything works. Step 3. Install Clawdbot. This is the easiest part. One command installs everything. Paste this command here. Just follow the prompts. It'll ask you to choose your AI model. I use Claude for the best personality and accuracy, and connect a messaging app like Telegram or WhatsApp. This is optional. It will work either way. This takes about 2 minutes. You're not configuring anything complicated, just answering a few questions. Step 4. Access the dashboard. Clawdbot runs on your server, but you access it from your computer. First, start Clawdbot on the server. Open a new terminal window. Copy and paste this command from my document. Leave that terminal open. Now open a new terminal window on your computer and run this command. Switch your server IP with the IP address from Hostinger. Enter your Claude password. Now open your browser and go to this link. You should see the dashboard. That's it, you're in. Step 5. Make it run 24/7. Right now, Clawdbot stops when you close the terminal. Let's fix that. First, find where Clawdbot is installed. Copy this command from the document. You'll see an address on the terminal screen. Remember that path or copy it on the side. Now create a system service by copying this command. You will need to add this code on the screen, but switch it with your path that we saved earlier. To save it, hit Ctrl+O, then enter. It should be the same on Mac or Windows. Now run these 3 commands separately. Check the status by typing this command. If you see status active or running, you're done. Clawdbot is now running 24/7. It'll restart if it crashes and survive server reboots. Here's why this actually changes your day-to-day. Before, you open 6 tabs, you copy-paste between tools, you forget to follow up, you spend 2 hours on tasks you hate. After, you text one message, you go do something else, you come back to finished work. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less of the stuff that drains you. And here's the part that surprised me. Every morning, it sends me a brief. Trending topics in my industry, tasks it completed overnight, suggestions for what I should focus on today. I didn't ask for this. It learned what I care about and started doing it proactively. That's when it stopped feeling like a tool and started feeling like an actual assistant. I know what you're thinking. Is this hard to use? No. If you can copy and paste, you can set this up. After that, it's just texting. Do I need technical skills? Not really. You copied a few commands. That's it. No coding, no server management. Is this overkill for small tasks? Actually, it's perfect for small tasks. The boring ones you avoid because they're tedious, but necessary. That's where this shines. Can this actually save me time? Yes, I'm saving 10 to 15 hours a week. Not because it's fast, because it works while I don't. One more thing. You're always in control. It drafts emails. You review before sending. It schedules posts. You approve before publishing. It researches leads. You decide who to contact. This isn't about handing over your business to AI. It's about removing the grunt work so you can focus on decisions, creativity, and the parts you actually enjoy. Think of it as a junior assistant who does the prep work. You're still the one steering. Alright, quick recap. 1. Clawdbot handles repetitive tasks, research, emails, drafting, scheduling, so you don't have to. 2. You run it on a simple VPS. I use Hostinger, so it works 24/7 without tying up your computer. 3. Setup takes 15 minutes. Copy-paste commands, answer a few questions, done. 4. You stay in control. It does the work. You review and approve. If you want to follow the same setup I used, I've left the Hostinger link below. The KVM2 plan is what you need. Simple, stable, and cheap. I've also linked the full step-by-step guide in the description so you can follow along at your own pace. This isn't about building an AI empire, it's about getting your time back. If you found this helpful, leave a like so more people see it. And if you set this up, let me know in the comments what task you automated first. See you in the next one.